Hello, guys, and Merry Christmas Eve, however you want to say it. Um, it's been a minute since I've posted on here, and I felt like I would give a rundown of 2025 and talk about things that are potentially coming in 2026 so we can get that all squared away and everybody knows what's going on and how everything's been going for me as far as my life and all this fun stuff. So, 2025 was a very interesting year for me. Started off pretty normal, the normal stuff I do on the daily. Go to work, make content if I had the available time. And then towards April, I decided to change things up again. I had a side channel where I was making more so angry reviews, very much in vein of the 2010s and late 2000s angry video game nerd style, which eventually turned into more of a deep dive into plots of video game series. And I put a lot of effort into that. I put a lot of time into that this year. And although I still enjoy making those type of videos, for the amount of time and effort it takes to make them, for the lack of views I get, it creates burnout very fast. And I eventually decided, okay, maybe this isn't the avenue to take at the moment. One day maybe, but as for now, that is a pause. It's full on. As far as this channel goes, I had a lot of fun with on this one. This year, personally, I went through a lot of stuff. The beginning of the year was pretty, again, normal. Go to work, make content in my free time, take care of my kid, back and forth, And in April, I was informed that I was going to be let go from that position at the job. It was seasonal, so I kind of already expected it, but there was talks about me being put on full time, and I, fought hard for it, but unfortunately, that did not come to pass. And I had enough money saved where I was like, okay, the summer's coming up. I could spend the summer with my son, have, a good time. And I took that route. My girlfriend had gotten a job. So I was like, we have this money saved up. I have the 401k from this job coming in. We should be able to make it through the summer, and I'll go back to this place at the beginning of fall, and everything will work out. And during the summer, I continued to make content on here. I did the Legacy of Goku series, which, as far as this channel is concerned, was the most successful series I did because it got way more views than I expected. And then I did the SmackDown vs. Raw series slightly. I think I did like 13 episodes I uploaded of that, and that did okay. I did get a few dislikes, though, for dissing Hulk Hogan, but just saying. And during that time, I was going through a weight loss journey. I had gotten to a weight where I was very uncomfortable. I was in pain. I was mad at myself for getting that out of shape. And I said, screw it. I got this summer off. I'm hanging out with my kid all the time. Money's tight. So going on a diet might be a smart idea because then I don't have to worry about food as much. And I walked like 30,000 steps a day while playing Fallout 4, which was very genius of me to put my laziest hobby, which is playing video games, and turn it into a exercise machine hobby where I was literally on a treadmill playing video games while walking, and I lost 50 pounds within a matter of 3 months, which is crazy. And I've pretty much maintained the weight too, which is even crazier. I fluctuate a little bit, but we'll get to what's going on anyway in a minute. But it gets to the end of the summer, And I contacted the previous job that I talked about, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we can bring you back in like early September, maybe." And I was like, "Okay." I wasn't sure. I can do early September. Might be a little rough, but I think we'll make it. And early September hits, and nothing. I contact them, and nothing. At this point, I'm getting frustrated. So I'm like, I need a job now because money's getting tight. I can't afford to be homeless. I have a child. I'm going to get a job. And in this day and age, there's a lot of fake job listings. It's very annoying. So you'll apply for like 50 jobs, and if you get one phone call, you're lucky. Um, and that's pretty much what happened. I applied literally for everything and anything. I'm very qualified for a lot of jobs in a lot of positions. I've done pretty much everything under the sun. So I was getting kind of frustrated. I was getting told I was overqualified a lot, which is really funny because no, I'm just qualified. I'm not overqualified for anything. Like I can't work in like fast food as a crew member because I've had so much management experience, but other than that, like come on. But even management experiences though, they were still like, "Oh, you're overqualified. You should be a general manager, not a manager." It's like just give me a job. I need money. Um but in late mid September, my girlfriend had a medical scare, and it was very poor timing because I had a job interview 2 days after this situation. So I was like, okay. So I had to go to the hospital, and then I had to leave the hospital and go to this interview. And I thought I botched the interview because they never gave me a call back. And I was like, oh my God. Turns out they did give me a call back, but they were calling me at 9 p.m. And since then, I took that job, and I've worked there now for 3 months. Um, with intentions, originally getting this job, the intention was get this job, use it as my holdover, like a placeholder job, and then go back to the place that basically screwed me over last time. Because there was promises of the same thing, and I was basically being naive, believing them. And it ended up becoming that this place is closer to my house, very close to my house. It's literally a 5-minute walk from my house. That's crazy. And it's tied with the community and all this stuff. And the hours are literally the exact same. And even though it's technically, physically, and mentally harder, I enjoy it more because it's the first job I've ever had where I don't look at the clock, if that makes any sense. I go to work and then I leave work, and that's it. I'm not going there going, oh, it's only 4:30 and I have another blah 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 hours. You can't even do that in my job. The way my job works is you leave when you're done, and there's a chance you'll leave early depending on how things go, and there's a chance that you're going to leave very late. Like for instance, this week, Christmas week, first 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, we were working 10-hour days when we were only scheduled for 8 because of how busy it was. So frustrating. But yeah. And in the meantime, I have started doing other things. I've really been busting into my video game collecting. Again, it's it's not insane. Like I look at my shelf, and it's like, it compared to what it was last year, it's very impressive. Compared to what it was 2 years ago, it's insanely impressive. And to think this all started with, 4 PlayStation 2 games, like 5 PS4 games, and a few Wii games, to see what it's become now, it's pretty impressive. Like, PS3 collection's huge now. Like, it's because games are cheap. Like, this game is $5. But yeah, this is actually the latest haul. Was yesterday, just on a whim. I bought this. And this is average for me now. I'll go to this one store and I'll end up buying like 8 games. So I'll go through a few of these. I'll go through these because it'll just be fun because I can make fun of myself. So I should get these in the right order though to make it the joke work, right? Oh, it's right here. One thing I do hate is I broke a rule. I got a greatest hits copy of this, but I don't care anymore. If I can trade it out one day for a regular copy, I will, because I'm sure I'm going to start buying hauls in the future. So I got Uncharted 1 through 3 on PS3. And the reason why I say this is funny is because in the same haul, I also bought Uncharted the Nathan Drake collection again. I had sold my copy a few years ago for, ironically, Christmas. And this is actually terrible because this is not correct. This needs to be up more. I don't like that. Okay, it's fixed now. It's fixed. The cover was coming down below the film. I don't like that. So yeah, I got, and I think it comes out to pretty much the exact same price, right? Actually, these three are a little bit cheaper than this. This is $1 more in total, but that's about $30. I bought for $5 Skyrim, which this is kind of heavy, but it does not come with the map, unfortunately. But I did not expect it to. So. But yeah, I got Skyrim. I really got to get rid of all this crap. I hate that they do this. I hate that companies put stickers on the boxes. I think everybody who collects hates that. I think anybody who buys video games hates that. I got Mass Effect Andromeda. I thought I would never buy it. I made a joke about never buying it like a year ago, and I ended up buying it. So now I have all 4 Mass Effect games. So that's kind of cool. I bought Resident Evil 5 for the PS4 because I have the PS3 version, but I imagine it, like, every time I play it, it plays like shit, so I imagine this plays just a little bit better. I'm not a big Resident Evil 5 fan. It's not my favorite by far. I don't hate it, but it's on the lower end of the spectrum for me when it comes to the Resident Evil games. And then I bought the Phantom Pain. I originally, God, they did the same thing with this one too. Why is it like that? Who's doing that? Why would you do that? Also, this is a heavy copy. There's got to be something in here. What is this? Oh my God, it actually came with it. Dude. Oh, that's cool. It came with the poster. That's a win. That's just like when I got Borderlands and it came with the map. I have all the Borderlands except for 4 now, too. But awesome. That's so cool. I'm never going to do anything with it, but I have it, so that's something to be happy about, I guess. But yeah, I've just been getting really big into video game collecting, and the problem when you video game collect is you're never going to have time to play all the games you buy. like I guarantee I'll go through the Phantom Pain, Andromeda, Resident Evil 5 soon. I mean, I'll probably play through all these specifically, but if I look at the entire collection, I'm like, man, because with this, I believe the game total comes to, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 138, because I had 130 last time I counted. So 138 games. And a lot of the games I play are RPGs. Like, these are relatively shorter games compared to what I normally play. So, yeah. Will I ever have time to play through 100-hour games? Probably not. Which leads me to talking about the future of this channel in 2026. Because 2026 is going to be a different year. And I've already started working on 2026. I want to play through a chunk of my collection, even as I'm continuing to buy. I will probably slow down on buying soon because there's some crazy stuff happening involving my house. There is a chance I will not be living here anymore if things go south. But, and it's not on me. It's a external problem that's going on that sucks. But my goal is weekly uploads on here, not daily, weekly. And I've already got the first 2 weeks recorded. I'm going to be doing full game playthroughs of 52 games in my collection. Some will be very long, some will be relatively short, just so we can keep up with the pace of everything, you know. The first 3 games are very much a long time coming on this channel, because I have done their counterpart games when I started this channel. My heaters just turned on. So I will be working on that. I'll be finishing up the 3rd game probably within the next day or 2, because it won't take long. I'm already mostly through it. And then from there on, we'll be going on to a different series, and I'll just be playing the games in the order in which I feel like I want to play. Now, I do already reference what happened with the Fallout 3 asshole run, why that never got uploaded, and I will explain to you why, because it makes sense to me. With Oblivion coming out last year, or this year technically still, because it's still 2025, with the Oblivion remaster coming out, I see no reason to play Fallout 3 if it's going to be the inferior version, if the remaster, you know, rumors are true. Because if Oblivion's came out to be true, Fallout 3 is more than likely going to come true, you know? Unless they're pulling a Square Enix and the Final Fantasy IX remake, things are all bullshit. You know, if all this is just BS. And yeah, I have such a big collection of games, and I have so many of them where I'm like, I really want to go through that. But, you know, I want to make content, and I'm like, how can I put this all together and just make it all work? Like, I have the Assassin's Creed series. I would like to play through those games because I've never given them a true fair shot. I have the Borderlands series. I would love to play through that because I want to shoot Shooty McFace in the face, you know? I have Prince of Persia and stuff. I have the Persona series. I have Metaphor ReFantazio. I have Soul Hackers 2. I have, you know, I have all the Final Fantasy games I haven't touched yet, 3 and up, you know, except for 7 Remake, which I've done twice, and I haven't finished it, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's just a lot, you know. I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, there's so much. Like, Suikoden 1 and 2, I want to play that. I have the Tales games. I have 3 Tales games that I want to play on here. One of them because it's bad. The other 2 because they're very good. You know, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, Skyrim. I would like to do that one too. God, those will be very long. But I was like, you know, if I just record me playing with the webcam, because everybody likes face cam apparently. If I just play it like that, and I just put it together, and I upload it, and I do 1 a week, there you go. It'll be really funny when these videos, though, are longer than a week themselves. I'll be like, yeah, there you go. Here's 150 hours of gameplay of a stupid game that I've been playing for months that I finally managed to put together into one gigantic video. And while some people might be like, oh, that's too much, you know, I don't have time for all of that. Again, YouTube now at this point is no longer I need to be successful on here. It's now an avenue for me to just have fun. Because, as I stated in my Crash Out video, this is no longer a viable option for me to, you know, make money. As much as I would love to, I've been doing this for 20 years. It ain't happening. Even if I wanted it to, you know, even if I've put so much effort into it over the years, especially in my early 20s. I was promoting my old channel. I was going balls to the wall for it, and nothing came of it. And I could look at that and be like, maybe my content sucked. I've watched it back. I don't think so. And if I'm not cringing and I'm laughing at my stuff I'm saying, I just think the algorithm will never pick me up. And I just think that maybe my sense of humor is just unique to me, maybe. I don't know. But my friends all seem to like it, and everybody who watches my stuff that I know personally will always tell me, oh my god, I don't know how you don't have more subs. And I'm like, I don't. And the thing is, though, at the end of the day, it's fine, because it's all bullshit numbers, and the entire point of YouTube for me is to make content and have fun. And that's where we're at. And the thing I enjoy doing is playing video games and talking over them and having my reactions stored. That's it. That way, when I do eventually pass away in 40 years, giving myself a few more than I probably have, um, I would like that there's something that people can go back to, whether it be my son when he's older or his children being like, oh, look at grandpa when he was young, you know, if that happens. Why is he saying that terrible word? I don't know. He says the word cunt a lot. I don't know why. He's very angry. Daddy, what does that mean? um, that's sad. But yeah, it would just be nice to have this as like a memory of what I was. So this year, expect 52 videos minimum, hopefully, and just once a week we're going to be playing through a game. And when you see these first three, the rage I'd get in the second one is insane. It is the most angry I've been recording a series. They're small games. They're not long unless you 100% them, and I'm never 100%ing these games because I'm not goated like that. And my hands, I've realized in the past couple of days, are no longer the same hands that I had a decade ago. These hands are getting old, and they do not have the reflexes from the control of my brain to my fingers. It does not work anymore. I don't know why. I don't have it anymore. I'm officially, I mean, I'm a dad, but I'm basically unk status. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So yeah, this video got a lot longer than I expected. Thank you for watching, if you watched all the way through, and I am going to finish my drink and play a few more video games and hang out with my kid because it's Christmas Eve, baby, and I gotta go to work still. To go to work on Christmas Eve. Should be a short day though. We'll see. I'm going in late and I'm leaving early, so I guess that's a win. Catch you guys on the flip side on the 1st to watch the first of these plays if you feel like it. If you don't, I don't care at this point. But who knows? Maybe people will. Who knows? Maybe people will find it funny. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got for you. See ya.